What is up, all you beautiful farmers? It's your boy, professional cowboy and founder and owner of Eweknit, Karol. Just thought I'd jump on to make an announcement that this is the first video at the start of 2022, New Year's resolutions and all the rest, of the new Eweknit YouTube vlog. It's an idea that I've been sort of on the fence about for almost a year, really. I've been talking to YouTubers about it. I've interviewed YouTubers. My own sister Joanne Devaney is an avid YouTuber, and I've definitely thought about doing it, but I kind of held back on it because of the commitment that it takes. It's just the amount of hours you spend editing, and once you get going. And I don't like to just do something by half. I like that if I'm doing something, I kind of try and go all in on it, or at least give it a good crack. So this one, I'm just going to do a little bit of an introduction for people who are new to the channel and don't know much about me. For people who are hopping in that are already watched the Eweknit stories or listen to the podcast, what is the crack? Thanks for coming. Hopefully I can quickly get up to speed with editing and all that messing, and I can make these relatively entertaining. I presume the first few aren't going to be great, but sure, that's the joys of it. But sure, may as well hop in. For a little introduction, my name is Karol Devaney. I live in Drumcliff, just under Benbulben here, which is in County Sligo in the northwest of Ireland, right beside the cranky Atlantic. We're very lucky to be up here. It's very scenic, and while we have land in other parts of the county, here is home base, and blessed, really. It's a beautiful spot. So we farm on Benbulben and a couple other places. We run mainly blackface mountain ewes. My dad has most of them, and then I have a flock myself, which is around at the Glen F Horseshoe. I try to spend as much time farming as I can. Obviously, as is the case in a lot of farming enterprises, I've got to do other things to make a living, and farming only makes part of the picture. But figure with YouTube vlogs, it could be a good excuse to do some more farming, which would be great. So in addition to farming, I'm also a contract sheep shearer. Work will be very busy in the summer, but also do a little bit with store lambs and stuff most of the year round. Was even doing a couple of days around the Christmas there. Shearing is something that I've been doing since I was pretty young. I do remember when I was about 8, I think, was the first time I went out with Dad out to shear in the summer, and I've been going out every summer since then practically. Started shearing when I was sort of 16 to 17 years of age, and have been shearing since, and now I'm a shearing contractor myself. Got into it by family, but I've stuck at it because I quite enjoy it. It's certainly not easy work, but there's something about it I enjoyed. It's just something that makes me intellectually curious, really, shearing, because when you start at it, you're incredibly inefficient at it and incredibly shite, really. That's the best way to describe it. And then you see shearers that have been doing it for a few years, and you see some of the top shearers, and you can be lucky to shear with them or work with them or see them in action. People like Ivan Scott, Matt Smith and all the rest. And I just found that fascinating from a young age, how the hell they could seemingly put in the same amount of effort, if not less effort, and shear an incredible, frightening pace. And make it look so easy. Like, I've been fascinated about that, and I've enjoyed the competitions since I was young. I did my first competition when I was 18. I remember my dad brought me to it, Porrick, and he said at the time, he says, when you get into this now, you're going to be addicted to them. And sure enough, he was right, because I really enjoyed them, and I'd done them for years after that. Went to college, did agricultural science in UCD, and I was doing competitions and shearing through the summers there. Shearing was I'm very blessed at shearing. It's certainly it's given me a lot already in my life at the tender-ish age of 27. I basically shore my way through college. Been in college in UCD in Dublin. Is a very expensive spot and continues to be an expensive spot. So only for shearing in the summer, I would not have been able to educate myself. So I was very blessed that way. In addition to shearing and farming, I also run a clothing brand for farmers called Eweknit. So the story with Eweknit is that in January 2018, I just started my third year work placement that everyone does in ag science in UCD, and I was working an office job home here in Sligo. Bearing in mind it was just after Christmas, so things were only kind of getting moving again. I didn't have an assigned role. I was just a young fella on work placement doing odd jobs here and there. So I wasn't awfully busy. So I'd be bored during the day and then I'd go home in the evenings and I'd go farming and I'd get absolutely frozen or get soaked. Because bearing in mind this is the northwest of Ireland in January, and the saying here is that there's 9 months of winter and 3 months of bad weather. So after a couple of weeks of that, I kind of thought to myself, maybe there's a bit of an opportunity here. Maybe I can kind of start a bit of a brand for farmers, and it could be a good way to kind of be involved in the industry which I've been brought up in and loves a bit, but also potentially make a living. So I just started the brand kind of just for the crack to see what would happen, and just getting up to a bit of mischief in my spare time in the office. And ran it for about 6 months in 2018. Done alright with it, but the summer shearing came around again, and basically I paused the store because I was just too busy trying to keep the sheep shorn in the summer, and it takes a lot of time and energy. So finished the 2018 shearing season, went into final year in college and done that, and then graduated in 2019. We got our cert on the 2nd of September, and I was in Australia by about the 7th. Because my thinking that time was just get out and do a good winter of shearing out foreign. It's kind of a rite of passage for young shearers that if they want to really hone their skills and get to a good level, that you go to the southern hemisphere in the winter time, because you're hitting their summer and you're getting big volumes of sheep, whereas if you're at home you wouldn't be shearing only small numbers of sheep here and there. So I did that and got a good 6 months out of it before COVID started to hit. And once they started talking about closing borders and grounding flights in Australia, I gapped at home. This is about March 20th in 2020. I came home and I've been in Ireland ever since. When I got home, we were lambing the sheep, and I kind of thought to myself, I'm probably going to be here now for the next while. So I wonder if we can get up to any mischief in terms of the online business crack again, because I quite enjoyed it. And I started the AgriCast podcast in May of 2020 and started interviewing farmers and influencers and just anyone who I thought would be interested to chat to every week. And we built a good enough listener base with that. And then later on the year, I relaunched Eweknit again in November. Not knowing at the time, but it was just coming into the busiest period for any clothing brands or any online businesses, coming into Black Friday and Christmas. So we just had a really good first month out the gate that really surprised me how well people responded to the brand. And it just further confirmed in my mind that I should keep at Eweknit. I should just keep working with it, and it could be a good potential way for me to make a living. And it's my customers are farmers, and I love making content for farmers, and it's something that I would enjoy doing for the next few years, no problem, in addition to farming and shearing. So fast forward another year and we've had an absolutely crazy 2021. It got nuts for this time, for Black Friday and Christmas this year, when we had the extra year of building the brand, continued to do podcasts and putting out good content for people to enjoy, and growing the brand. We got into a few papers and a few publications and just kind of got out there a little bit more. And it was an awesome 2021, and I just was absolutely so, and still am, so grateful for all the support. The farming community, I've just come to the conclusion that they're unbelievable particularly for just looking after their own and supporting farmers that start with businesses, with podcasts, with YouTube channels. So part of the thing for 2022 is just, I said to myself, I give the YouTube vlogs a crack. So this is the first one. It's the intro. Next week we'll be probably starting into farming. I'm working on one at the moment where I am chasing 2 shepherd rams around Ben Bulbin. So that one might be a bit of crack to enjoy. We'll be coming into lambing and then into the shearing season again, all while keeping Eweknit going, getting the orders out there, getting some new products out there, maybe some cool competitions and promotional stuff. So yeah, that's basically what this vlog is going to be about. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe. Like, absolutely smash that button, as in, you know, that subscribe button. Like, just imagine that it's the neighbour over the road that you really don't like, right? That's what I want you to do with the subscribe button and the like button. Absolutely smash them, yeah? But first couple might be a bit hairy till I figure out how to edit videos and speak in front of camera properly. But yeah, we'll go from here. We'll do one every week. Sunday-ish, I suppose, they'll be coming out, and see what happens. Cheers for all the support. Thanks for listening and watching. Peace out.